man shed fixes, decking. So this is yellow Balau, I think it is. Top step, I started face fixing it, plug and screw. So I'm making some plugs. Yeah, I'll show you that in a minute. And we're going to fill them, knock them in with some waterproof PVA, as you see, and then where there's some awkward ones, we'll just fill it with dust and jam it in there and then give it a knock. These some I did last night. I'm going to cut them off with that. You don't need anything special, just a nice Japanese blade or something like that. That will give you a nice cut, and then they kind of look like this when they're done. I'm going to sand them all again, but I think it looks all right. And there we go. The other steps, these ones, had some hidden secret fixing screws. I've forgotten which ones they were, but stainless steel, you have to use stainless steel. But you can see the holes are much smaller. There's one of the screws there. I forgot what they're called. But all I'm going to try to do is dab some PVA in there, squirt it in, and when I'm sanding, make sure it catches it. Just do a bit by bit and see how I go. I might sand some down and then offer it up in the hole, see how it tastes. Do trial and error, but plug and screw works easy enough. Let me give it a go. Ow, walking around on my knees. Right, see if I can balance this here. Try it one-handed. So there's always one in the barrel, and real firm pressure, and that first one, what was in there, is flicked out, and here comes the next. Not easy doing it one-handed, and then you give it a bit of a, and it sits in there. You don't need to go all the way down, and then give it a wiggle, nice strong wiggle, and then it'll come out. Don't do all these ones. Some of these other ones aren't deep enough. Really hardwood, the yellow Balau, but should last a good while, I think. Okay, so try this one here. Bit of PVA, squirty. Put as much or as little as you want. I go with about that much. You'll see. I thought I had different bits of wood for the colour variations, but it doesn't seem to matter. Nor the grain you could. So you'll see that's the one I cut, and you'll see where it broke out of the plank I just cut is a bit more jaggedy, so I'm going to go with the flat one in, pop it in there, and again, you normally got two hands, but I haven't got two hands and my kids aren't home either to hold it. So right, let's see if this works. Broke off. Nice and firm, and that's it. And then I'll come around with the multi-tool and cut that off, and it should be nice and flat. But yeah, very difficult to get the colour match because this is part of the cut timber and this is a bit weathered, so it all ends up always being a bit lighter. So, but with a sand down, it's going to be it should marry in quite nicely. Yeah, I just sanded this, so a whole lot needs to be sanded down, which I'll enjoy doing. But yeah, you can see down this way how that kind of few bits kind of go in, but it's an actual product. I don't mind. Adios. Okay, man shed fixes. Decking oil. Okay, decking is, or steps, nearly done. Screwed down with, so the tops, you might have noticed, we screwed and plugged it. There they are. Don't look at the colour, I'm going to show you that in a minute. Screwed and plugged, and then we moved over to, that was a bit time consuming, to some lost head screws, stainless steel ones. I've forgotten the name of them, bugger. But they kind of disappear. And then got some wood glue and made a paste out of wood glue and some of the dust, and filled in those lost head screws. There's one that's not been done that well, but there's one. That one needs to be knocked back in and filled in with paste. But that's the colour of the yellow Balau without sanding or any oil. I thought that was quite a nice colour. You can see they're the ones that are being filled. Not bad, it's alright. Nice little detail where the step goes from 2 to 1, 3 steps to 1, fits in quite nicely. And this is what it looks like with 2 coats of that one, teak clear. Oh, I think it looks pretty sexy. I think it's got a satin finish, but yeah, looks nice. I will put some anti-slip coating on it as well. We'll see how far I slip off it when it's wet, but that's what it looks like with it and without. And that's in the sun over this side. That's made in this shade where you can see the sun dappling through. That one has only had 1 coat, 2 coats, 1 coat, 2 coats. That's it. I prefer the plug and screw, to be honest. I think it gives a nice finish overall. And if I ever need to lift it up, I know where they are. The other method, they do disappear more. There's a couple. The colours are, they come out a bit more on the camera than they do in real life, but yeah, it does look cool. Right, that's it.